just like that. So deck B, still having some issues with deck B and wow and flutter. We're back looking at the Yorx BP-700A boombox, and from the preceding clip, you'll note that deck B was giving me trouble. And so I didn't know I would be doing this, but I decided to pull this back off the shelf and see if I could do anything about the playback on deck B. And really what spurred this was that I found that on AliExpress you can purchase a whole new dual card cassette mechanism for this boombox. And I had so much luck replacing the cassette mechanism in my realistic SCR-40, I thought, hey, let's try it again with the Yorx BP-700A. For the 3 other people on the planet Earth that may be interested in this, there are 11 screws on the back of this boombox that need to be removed. And once you do that, you also should remove the cassette buttons and sliders, and also the tuning wheel on the side. When you open up the boombox, you'll see the cassette mechanism screwed to the circuit board. And here I've annotated where the screws are that need to be removed in order to separate the mechanism from the circuit board so that you can take the whole thing out. Once you remove those screws, you can slowly lift out the mechanism, and you'll see that it is attached to a black plastic plate. Also note that I've disconnected some wiring from the circuit board to the mechanism. There are a handful of screws that need to be removed to separate the mechanism from the plastic plate, and those are here. So here I'm comparing the old mechanism. You can see it's driven by just a single motor, with the new mechanism I received from AliExpress. And immediately you can see there are several things that need to be swapped over from the old mechanism to the new mechanism. Here's the other side. This is the old mechanism. And the new mechanism. And one thing you might immediately notice is the lever that keeps the door closed is different on the old versus new mechanism. So those will need to be swapped over. Another thing that I'm going to swap are the old stereo heads onto the new mechanism, which just have mono heads. I believe there is a small bracket for the recording switch, and that also needs to be swapped over. Also, there's some small switches that activate the motor when you press play or fast forward or rewind on the cassette mechanism. These need to be either swapped over from the old to the new, or you can just unsolder and resolder the wires because these switches are already on the new mechanism. You can just choose to use them or use the old switches. With the mechanism swapped and the deck back together, we can take a listen.
What you getting too soon? It's just not fair. What you hold you tight and you won't let go. She'll make it last and she'll make it slow. She'll whisper things you never know. 'Cause you're the victim. Yeah, victim of love.